This video is an update and review on how our Cornish rock cross meat chickens are doing. They're doing great. In fact, this is August 1st, 2025. So rolling into August. Can't believe how fast the calendar year is going. But this group of birds, where are we at? Where are we at with this group of birds? You know, Cornish rock cross meat chickens are the premier kind of chicken you want to raise for meat production, for poultry production. They grow so rapidly. They grow so rapidly and they finish for meat very, very quickly. And of all the animals, livestock that you can raise in a farm setting for protein, meat chickens are just about as quick as it gets as far as start to finish meat production. So these birds are 10 days old. They were hatched July 23rd, 2025 at a hatchery in Southwest Ohio. Mount Healthy Hatchery is the hatchery that our birds come from. For years, that's been exclusively where we get our birds. We name hatch day, day one, and then we just count forward. So these birds are just about a fourth of the way through production for meat. That's amazing. That is amazing. In 10 days, in less than 2 calendar weeks, we are 25% of the way through meat production with Cornish rock cross meat chickens. Our preference for start to finish is 42 days with Cornish rock cross meat chickens. If you're going to raise Cornish rock cross meat chickens for meat and you look it up online, how long do I need to raise Cornish rock cross meat chickens? I'm pretty sure you're going to find information that tells you 8 weeks, maybe even 9 or 10 weeks. But I'm a poultry producer who's raised several thousands of meat chickens. And we've specialized in this for 5 years. We've had chickens around our place for 2 decades, a little over 2 decades. But we have specialized in Cornish rock cross meat chickens for 5 years. And I am telling you, 6 weeks is long enough. 6 weeks is long enough. I have long contended and will continue to contend that if we could make conditions perfect, I think 5 weeks is long enough. But in general, we can't really make conditions perfect because we're working with Mother Nature. We're working with forces that are beyond our control. In all of farming, we're working with forces that are beyond our control. And that's true for the homesteader raising livestock or even gardening. We're dealing with climate, we're dealing with temperature, we're dealing with weather fluctuations, storms potentially. We're dealing with wild animals, all kinds of things beyond our control. So it's hard to have perfect conditions. If we had perfect conditions, I would say you can raise these birds in 5 weeks. But since most of us are having to work around imperfect conditions and adjust accordingly, I would say aim for 6 weeks, 42 days. 6 weeks is where it's at on raising Cornish rock cross meat chickens. So as far as this flock, 10 days in, things look great. Top 3 things you want to know about raising meat birds if you're wanting to do it or if you're going ahead with it and you're new to it. Top 3 things I tell you about raising meat chickens. That first thing is, honestly, regardless of what the research online tells you, you can raise these birds in 6 weeks, start to finish. Second thing I would tell you is start with the end in mind, meaning make sure you have a plan in place and an appointment in place if needed to take care of the butchering and processing. Start with the end in mind. And the third thing that we would tell you is we would give them feed round the clock. So if you want more commentary on that, let me know in comment. If you research online, how do we feed them? You're going to find a whole lot of information that says give them feed for example the daylight hours and then take their feed away at night, or give them feed for 12 hours and then take feed away for 12 hours. Well, We've done that, and we won't do it again, ever. During production, we are never gonna have birds going 12 hours without access to food. We found that it makes them hangry, and hangry is a terrible thing for a Cornish rock cross meat chicken to be. So there you go. So we're gonna wrap this one up. Just wanted to let y'all get a good look at the birds. We're in Southeast Ohio, August 1st. This is kind of interesting. Today, the outdoor temperature is 80 degrees Fahrenheit. And you can see that in this brooder space for them, that is roughly 10 foot by 20 foot. If it was squared off, it'd be 10 foot by 20 foot. We have part of a corner taken away from that floor space. So almost 10 foot by 20 foot floor space, and a barn that we can open doors up on every side of. So we have a lot of fresh air. We have some indirect sunlight coming in. So the birds have an open air outdoor feeling. Our outdoor temperature is 80 degrees Fahrenheit, and we still have heat lamps on. You can see there's a row of the heat lamps lowered and plugged in and in use. And the reason for that is because birds at this age want the ambient temperature to be a little bit closer to 85 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's a beautiful day. It feels great to us, but it's right at 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So actually, meat birds at this age, 10 days, do appreciate a little bit of targeted warmth if temperatures are below 85 degrees Fahrenheit. So let us know if you need information on that too. I've mentioned that in a lot of our videos about how important ambient temperature is with raising meat birds. And there are reliable temperature benchmarks you can aim for to help these birds be as comfortable as possible. And if we get them comfortable and we got ambient conditions great for them, they are gonna absolutely thrive for sure. If y'all are raising meat birds, we wish you the best of luck. It's a very doable project, and it's a very satisfying way to produce protein for your household. Raising Cornish rock cross meat chickens is a great project. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for supporting Twin Oaks Family Farm on YouTube. We appreciate y'all. If you are raising chickens and feeding birds, we also want to encourage you to consider feeding kalmbach. Telling you that just because we like kalmbach. I don't have any kind of deal with kalmbach to tell you that, but like our meat birds, all we feed them is kalmbach 22% meat bird feed. We won't feed them anything else during production. The only other thing we may feed them is like the last 2-3 days that they're on feed. Sometimes we just give them plain cracked corn, but kalmbach is our preferred feed stuff for raising meat birds. Kalmbach complete feed, 22% protein meat bird feed. Thanks again for watching. Leave us a comment, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and we love to read your feedback. So we'll check back for it. Thanks so much. God bless y'all.